health of the mother and also in that life in the womb. Roe v. Wade did not say that the right to abortion is absolute. It did not say that there can be no restrictions. And yet, right now, we see Pelosi and Biden and the Democrat Party trying to say, oh, we're going to codify Roe v. Wade. We're going to take away all the restrictions. Pelosi just said today they're going to reintroduce this bill to really eliminate any restrictions. Roe v. Wade does not go that far, and Roe v. Wade does, and the courts, even since Roe, have more and more acknowledged the right of the states and the interest of the states in protecting that life in the womb and protecting women from the obvious and ever better documented side effects of abortion.
Even Justice Ginsburg said that it was wrong for the Supreme Court to take this debate out of the public's hands before it was solved. Father Frank Pavone, appreciate the time. Thank you, sir. When we come back, one Gold Star mother sounds off on Biden's behavior during the transfer ceremony and these for these service members killed in Kabul. Plus, Colorado father's speech, which I outlined in the preamble today, tore the left wing's Hate Whitey program to shreds. He joins me straight ahead.
Another record-breaking day for the markets. Let's dig in. Nothing but green across the board after better than expected numbers for jobless claims, which hit their lowest level since the early days of the pandemic. The Dow climbed 115 points, S&P up 12, and the NASDAQ also inching up 21 points. And some more good news for the economy. The U.S. trade deficit fell in July for the first time in 3 months as the vaccine-fueled surges in American consumer demand ebbed and exports picked up. The trade deficit was 4.3% lower than the previous months. That's a good thing. Trade deficits are bad things. Walmart will raise wages for more than 565,000 store workers by at least $1 an hour as the all-important holiday shopping season is set to kick off in the middle of a desperate labor crunch across the country. With its third wage investment over the past year, Walmart's U.S. average hourly wage is now $16.40 on their own, without a law. And finally, get ready for some serious Netflix chills as those temperatures start to drop in a streaming world where content is king. Netflix will rely on its heavy hitters to compete. Stranger Things, Ozark, and breakout 2020 hit Bridgerton are among the most important shows for the streaming giant, and new episodes are in the works. Netflix rose 3.5%.
The drawdown is proceeding in a secure and orderly way.
How did President Biden get this so wrong?
They clearly have the capacity to sustain the government in place.
This has been a disaster.
The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army.
It looks like Saigon 2.0 to me.
The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
This tragedy was completely preventable.
We told you Joe Biden was not up to the job. Now we're seeing the devastating consequences of his incompetence. Biden vacationed while Afghanistan collapsed. American military equipment was plundered. And now, America weeps over the lives sacrificed due to Biden's surrender. Stand up for America. Go to DonaldJTrump.com today. Help us fight back. Save America is responsible for the content of this message.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. For a limited time, you can get premium MyPillows for the lowest price ever. Regularly $69.98, now only $29.98 with your promo code. That's a $40 savings. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so that you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that stays healthy, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota. I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
For a limited time, you can get a premium MyPillow for the lowest price ever. Regularly $69.98, now only $29.98. That's a $40 savings with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
When Obamacare started, people were forced to buy inferior health insurance through the government, and many lost their plans. However, people that had coverage already with American medical plans were able to keep their plans with rates at half the cost. With the current changes, it's imperative that you protect yourself and your family now with a superior health plan that cannot be canceled. Save 30 to 60%. Call American Medical Plans. Lock into a private health plan managed and chosen by you, not the government. Call today. Glad you made it back, everybody. The New York congresswoman, controversial congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, defending Biden's catastrophic Afghanistan troop withdrawal, calling it courageous. Yes, a socialist considers it courageous to leave our people behind. That should tell you something. Congresswoman tweeting out that those criticizing Biden only seek to profit off of war. Joining me now to weigh in is Gold Star mom and author of The World Changer, A Mother's Story, Karen Vaughn. Ms. Vaughn, welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show. I'm glad to have you here. As a Gold Star mother, would you consider Biden's dishonorable exit from Afghanistan, quote, courageous?
I can tell you that, I'm in contact with a lot of Gold Star mothers across this country, as well as Gold Star fathers, siblings, wives, children. And there is nothing courageous about this. We are all literally physically sick. I actually am having a hard time functioning during the day, as are my sisters in this, because it has been the most repulsive black mark, I believe, in American military history. The images that we're seeing of the Taliban driving our U.S. equipment, flying the U.S. helicopters with the Taliban flag draped across them, those same helicopters that delivered our sons and daughters to the site where they would fight the Taliban. It is the most repulsive thing I've witnessed in my lifetime.
Now, Biden has a long history of doing repulsive and rather idiotic things. Your son, Aaron Carson Vaughn, was a member of SEAL Team 6, tragically killed in Afghanistan in 2011. Tell us why you think the then Vice President Joe Biden is to blame for that.
Well, it's really clear. We killed Osama bin Laden on May 1st of that year. And Aaron called his dad that night and he said, "Dad, we got him." And, he was using very cryptic language and wouldn't say the name, but we finally figured it out. And as a family started celebrating, got that news before the news stations got it. And, we're just celebrating that incredible victory. And, Obama came on the news the next day, came on television and said, a team of American warfighters, or I can't remember the exact language he used, but he did not identify the Navy SEALs. Well, rumors began to leak that it was the Navy SEALs, but they were just rumors. They were, unofficial sources. And then on Monday night, Joe Biden is speaking to a group of people and says that it was SEALs that got bin Laden. And my son called me the very next day and said, "Mom, I need you to wipe your social media clean. I mean, get every reference of me or any of my buddies off of it." And I said, "Of course, son, what's going on?" I had never heard him sound that concerned. And he said, "Mom, there's chatter and your life is in danger because of what Joe Biden had done. My wife's life is in danger. My children's life is in danger." The teams began to lose their minds over what Joe Biden did. And it was very difficult. Just 93 days later, Aaron was dead in the largest loss of life in naval special warfare history, a retaliatory attack on Navy SEALs for what they did on May 1st, 2011. And so, yeah, my history goes way back with Joe Biden. My daughter actually has a tattoo that says loose lips sink ships. The unsinkable ships died because of Joe Biden.
Good grief. Reports are coming in from all over the country. Our service members, they don't trust Biden, nor do they trust his yes men that he put in charge of the U.S. military. Do you have confidence in Secretary Austin and Mr. White Rage himself, General Milley?
Yeah, I have none. And, they're saying the most ludicrous things. I am a mom sitting at home. I have no military experience. And I'm listening to these leaders tell us how they did things right, what they did. And, way back in July, my husband and I were scratching our heads saying, why in God's name did we give up Bagram Air Base? That was a lily pad that we could have worked from. We could see that coming. We could see this disaster coming. How could these military leaders who have been in this war for 20 years, the longest war in America's history, not see that coming, not see exactly what happened coming, and then to leave Americans behind? it's gut-wrenching. It is literally, like I said before, I don't know a better way to say it. We are physically sick over this. We could have planned a better strategy for leaving Afghanistan than these military leaders did. And I just want to say one more thing. You know, General McKenzie, and I've heard other military leaders say this, but McKenzie in particular, if you're listening tonight, I want you to realize how ridiculous it is when you say no one took the loss of those 13 men harder than me. Let me tell you something, sir. You will not be sitting at your Thanksgiving table this year without your son or daughter there with an empty chair where a life that used to fill your world used to sit. You will not take this harder than the families who lost these loved ones. So please, military leaders, for the love of God, stop saying you understand. You took it hard, just like Biden saying to that mother, I understand because I lost my son. No, you don't understand. I couldn't have said that I understood what my husband was experiencing after our son died, even though we'd been married at that time for 29, 30 years. I couldn't have understood it because every loss is so individual and so different. And one other thing that Biden did that was so insulting is to continuously talk about his loss. Anybody who's had a tragic loss like that knows that when the next person suffers that kind of loss, buddy, you just shut up and listen. They just need to be heard. They need to talk about their loss right then, not yours.
Wow. Karen Vaughn, thank you for your eloquent words, number one. Number two, my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family tonight, and thank you for being here on the Salcedo Show. My friends, Joe Biden is an idiot who has surrounded himself with a bunch of idiots, and we're paying the price for it. Still to come, the left's attacks on the minority community are continuing, and they're escalating. We get into that coming up next on Newsmax.
To receive these exclusive MyPillow offers. Thank you and God bless.
I'm here to tell you about saving money on your cellular service. All right, here we have cups of coffee from the same pot. These are more expensive. This one, just $1. Which would you buy? It's simple, right? That's why thousands of people have switched to Pure Talk. They use the same network as the larger providers. That's right, the same network for much less. With plans at $30 a month for unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data. Look at these stats. The average family saves over $70 a month by switching to Pure Talk. And you get to keep the same phone and same phone number with no contract, no hassle,
at $30
and no hidden
a month.
fees. You get unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month. And remember, you'll get the same number of bars because it's on the same network as the larger providers. Saving is easy. Dial pound 250 and say 50% to save 50% off your first month. Pure Talk. Simply smarter wireless.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 2 for 1 low price and free shipping. That's right, get 2 for 1 low price plus free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
At Long John Silver's, our legendary lobster bites are back with a delicious vengeance. Prepared with herby, buttery goodness and fried to golden perfection, they're the perfect delicacy as part of your family feast. Order online at longjohnsilvers.com. Fish yeah.
Showing appreciation with a perfect promotional item is a meaningful gesture that can be touched, held, and enjoyed. 4imprint can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Guys, are you tired of frequent nighttime bathroom trips? Well, Force Factor Prostate helps reduce urges to urinate, plus fully empty your bladder and promote a normal prostate size. Don't settle. Rush to Walmart for Force Factor Prostate from the #1 fastest growing men's health brand in America.
There's an urgent need for trained medical coding and billing professionals. With AAPC online training, you can make an average of $60,000 a year. Train at home at your own pace with an affordable down payment and monthly payments as low as $99. Go online now to get started.
A Colorado father's speech, which I outlined in my preamble today, tore the left's Hate Whitey program, critical race theory, to shreds, using good old-fashioned common sense and pro-Americanism. Joining me now is that father, entrepreneur and executive director of Rocky Mountain Black Conservatives and People of Color Capital Interns, Derek Wilburn, and retired Milwaukee County Sheriff, Newsmax contributor, and author of Cop Under Fire, David Clark. Gentlemen, welcome to you both. Derek, I want to begin with you. You said, quote, "Let racism die the death it deserves." The speech you gave at your county's school board meeting last month you got right to the heart of the matter. The left is the only entity keeping racism alive in America because they benefit from it politically. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. I basically said, look, I'm not oppressed. My children aren't oppressed, and I raised victors, not victims. And the left is furious with me about that. It's almost as if I had said, this country stinks, it's irreversibly racist, I'm oppressed, and I'm raising children to believe they are too, I'd be the left's hero. But I didn't sing that tune. And, you know, here's what you see around America. Everywhere, every city USA. You walk down the street and you see people of color. Junior is out front sweeping the sidewalk. Open the door, mom is standing there at the hostess station seating people at the tables. Daughter is waiting on the tables. Dad's in the kitchen cooking the food. Grandpa's washing the dishes. And they're just here making it happen. And they're here making it happen because they can, because there is so little oppression and so much opportunity that they can hardly even believe it, especially compared to where they came from. And that's why they come to this country, because we do not have oppression, we have opportunity.
Yep, Sheriff, there is some oppression out there, and it's coming from the left. Huge win for life yesterday. The Texas heartbeat law went into effect. Statistics are really heartbreaking. Planned Parenthood, as you well know, targets minority communities. Here's White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki openly admitting that abortion is aimed at a designated demographic. Listen.
You talk about equity, if I may interrupt. How is it equity? How is it fighting systemic racism when abortion, we well know, disproportionately affects minority children?
Again, funding cannot be used from this for abortion, but access to health care in communities that have been marginalized, underserved, adversely affected by persistent poverty is always going to be something the president fights for.
86% of Planned Parenthood clinics are set up inside of minority communities. Sheriff, not a good look for the party that alleges to have minorities' best interests at heart, huh?
No, in fact, it is known that Planned Parenthood targets the black community. Some of the figures that come out related to abortion are genocidal in nature. There's no doubt about it. Here's some stats from the CDC, yes, the Center for Disease Control. It says black women abort at almost 4 times the rate of white women. Between 2010 and 2016, 1.7 million black babies were murdered through the practice of abortion. I get a kick out of how Jen Psaki and other progressive Democrats like to couch abortion around the term of health care.
Now, there's a lot of benefits to doing this. You can schedule your YouTube lives quite a ways ahead of time. But I would suggest scheduling it
Gentlemen, I want to ask you both this question, get you both to weigh in on this.
Before you actually
it is my
plan to go
opinion
live.
that the
You can do
government
this really
education
easily by
system
going to the top right of your YouTube page, clicking on the little post button, and then clicking on Go Live. That will take you to your live stream dashboard inside of your YouTube channel, and then from there, you can schedule the live stream for a later date. You can also use a tool like Restream Live Studios to schedule your live stream directly from their platform, because likely you're going to be using a tool like Restream
budget.
go live
It's a
on
runaway
YouTube.
train.
There's a lot of
And what
benefits to
people have
doing that,
forgotten
and there's other
is
tutorials
that the
on this
purpose of
channel
the
of
public
mine
school
to learn
system
more
is
about
to assist
Restream and how
parents
that
in
can
the
make your
education
live
of their
streams
children,
look way more
not the other way
professional.
around.
Tip number 2,
Those
now that
buildings
you
are
have
paid
your
for
live
with
stream
our tax
scheduled
dollars.
ahead of
Those
time, it
administrators and
shows up
teachers are
on your
paid for
YouTube
with our
homepage, which
tax
is
dollars. They're
awesome. It
our
lets people
schools
know
and they're
that you're
our
going to be
kids.
going
And
live.
if they're going
It
to
also
fail,
allows
then
people
the
to set
truth
a
is
reminder so that they can get an
competition
alert
always benefits the
directly
consumer.
through
And they're
YouTube,
determined to keep
YouTube live stream,
competition out.
other
They don't
social
want
people to
competition.
your
They don't
YouTube
want
live
school
stream.
choice because they're stamping out these little neo-Marxists just as fast as they possibly can.
100%. Sheriff Clark, got about 30 seconds. Go, sir.
And this will funnel
K-12
your
public
audiences from
education
other
in the
social
urban centers,
platforms
the
and
ghettos,
use
are the
that
true
as another way
systemic
to reach
racism in America as these young black
your
children
subscribers
are
on
shackled
YouTube
to
and
these
notify
failing
them
school systems.
that you have
Look
an
at the math
upcoming live
scores, the
stream
reading
happening.
scores,
Tip
the
number
graduation
3,
rates
apply
among the
YouTube
worst
SEO
in the nation,
strategies
yet the
just like you
Democrats
would with an
who claim to
uploaded
want to help
video
black people
to your live
keep these
at a time
children,
and make sure
will not
that
allow
people
these
can
parents to have
find
a
your
lifeline,
YouTube
to a
videos
better
and your
education. It's
script
the
down below
only
that gives
vehicle
you
to upward
a free
mobility
month
in the United
on
States
any
of
of the
America,
TubeBuddy
be
paid
properly
plans.
educated.
If you don't know, you can also use
Derek
us
Wilburn,
and
Sheriff David
Q&A
Clark.
for
Gentlemen,
all new
great
users.
to have you. We'll talk
also,
again soon.
people that
When
are
we
also
come
very
back,
experienced,
Podcasting King
you're
Joe
welcome
Rogan
to
is
join
making
that.
the
And you can
FDA
find
and
out
CDC
searching
very mad
live
today.
streams.
We'll tell you why
Plan
coming
to
up
have
next.
guests on your live stream, because if you do, this is an awesome opportunity that if you plan to have their audience as you do, send them an email or a message on Facebook or LinkedIn and include a link to the scheduled live stream on YouTube. Attach the thumbnail image. If you can also
Suffering from
include nail
burning,
for
tingling, or
stories,
stabbing pain in
add
your feet?
food,
Get
a
relief
dishes
with Vitalift
for them
Pain
so they
Relieving
can
Foot
share
Cream and get living.
Also available as a 360-degree viewer. I'm slowing
I'm Mike
that
Huckabee, former
viewer's
governor of
experience
Arkansas and
when they're
2016
watching
presidential
2 to 5
candidate.
minutes
Like
of their
many
live
of you,
streams
I've
on
struggled
YouTube.
to get a good night's
That's
sleep
in the
for
live
most
stream.
of my adult
Don't
life.
do that.
I
Stop
wasted
that if you're
at
doing
least
that
2
right
hours
now.
a day of
And
my
if
life
you are doing
tossing
that,
and
you're
turning,
probably not
trying
getting
to
very
shut my
alienated.
mind down.
Because welcome
Until
your
about 2
host.
years ago.
I click
That's
live
when I saw
and I
an
say,
ad on TV
hey guys, Rob
for
Balasabas
Relaxium
here.
Sleep.
Really,
I
see
decided
John
to order
on the
it,
stream.
and
That's
it
how you would
literally
make
changed
sure
my life.
for your live
Developed by
stream,
renowned
leave the
neurologist
Q&A
and
till the
sleep
very
expert
end. That
Dr.
way, the
Eric
replay viewer
Silverberg.
doesn't
Relaxium Sleep is
value
clinically
far
proven to help
via
you fall asleep,
fly,
stay asleep, and wake up refreshed.
so that people can jump
Relaxium's
through to
exclusive
the section
triple action
of your video
formula
that they would want
addresses
to
3
consume.
key
And
factors
here we go
that
with a
contribute to
bonus.
insomnia. I like that it's non-habit forming. It's made in the USA. There's simply nothing else like it. Relaxium Sleep comes with a 100% money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. In fact, they're so confident it'll work for you, they're giving away 1,000 bottles today. With Relaxium Sleep, I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. In the morning, my mind is sharp, and I've got energy that I enjoyed when I was younger. Both my wife and I have been paying customers of Relaxium Sleep for over 2 years now. And I know once you've experienced the amazing difference it can make in your life, you will be too. I trust my night to Relaxium Sleep. And so should you. Try Relaxium Sleep risk-free for 30 days. Use the promo code on your screen for free expedited shipping.
Call 800-837-1838 or visit TryRelaxium.com. That's 800-837-1838 or visit TryRelaxium.com. Fall asleep, stay asleep, wake refreshed with clinically proven Relaxium Sleep. Act now.
You'll be glad you did.
Trust United, Relaxium Sleep.
Guys, it's that time, and nothing's happening. Well, now there's Score from Force Factor to rev your libido and maximize physical response. It's no wonder Force Factor is the #1 fastest growing men's health brand in America. Rush to Walmart today and pick up Score.
Qunol is the #1 cardiologist recommended form of CoQ10. Qunol has 3 times better absorption than regular CoQ10. The brand I trust is Qunol.
Can the daily recommended servings of fruits and vegetables fit into just 6 capsules? Yes. We start by sourcing the best vine-ripened fruits and vegetables. We ensure they are picked at peak ripeness. All of our produce is third-party tested for pesticides, heavy metals, bad bacteria, and nutrients. They are then washed, cut, and put through an advanced vacuum cold process which removes the water using pressure. This maximizes the nutritional value while preserving the color, smell, and taste of the fruit or vegetable. The freeze-dried food is then ground into a fine powder without adding any additives, fillers, or extracts. These powdered foods are then mixed in our proprietary blends and encapsulated, locking out air and moisture. The capsules are then bottled and shipped directly to our customers. Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code NEWSMAX.
Now, one last thing. Host of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, Joe Rogan is making a big buzz on social media after he said he contracted the China virus, then began treating it with various treatments like ivermectin, which has been poo-pooed by the FDA and the CDC. Now, we are very glad that he is feeling better. We suggest if you come down with the China virus or any other ailment for that matter, go talk to your family doctor and consider that heavily politicized groups like the CDC, they're not always 100% reliable, okay? Spicer & Company, he's 100% reliable. He is there for us every day here on Newsmax. Hey, buddy, what do you got coming up tonight?
Yeah, first of all, I agree with you. Consult your family doctor. Big show ahead. Sister Dee Dee Burns, she spoke at the RNC last year. She's a doctor as well as a nun. She's going to give us her reaction to this Texas pro-life decision. Congressman Ronnie Jackson and the Texas lawmakers down in your neck of the woods that wrote this bill, they'll be here as well. Congressman Tom Tiffany, he's rounding it out. He's sounding the alarm on Afghan refugees who weren't properly vetted.
Right on, right on. It's going to be a fun show on Spicer & Company, folks. Stick around for it, and that's going to do it for the Salcedo Show. We'll be right back here tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern, breaking down all the day's big news stories and giving you our opinion. Have a great night, I should say. See you at 5 o'clock on Newsmax.
Hey, good Thursday evening, or as we get used to saying around here, Friday Eve. Welcome to Spicer & Company. We're starting with some positive news